Humans have been dreaming of traveling to Mars for a very long time, but to get there, we need to plan our trip very carefully. There are specific periods when the journey to Mars from Earth requires the least amount of energy, and these periods they occur after every 26 months. So, yes, journey to the red planet, it depends on the distance between Earth and Mars and what kind of propulsion technology are we using. Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun, and it's usually the second closest to us after Venus. But because both Mars and Earth travel around the Sun at different speeds, the distance between them is constantly changing. Mars can be about 33.9 million miles from Earth. The closest recorded distance was in 2003, when the planets were 34.8 million miles apart. However, when they are on the opposite sides of the Sun, Mars can be as far as 250 million miles from Earth. Now that we have an idea of the distance, let's discuss how long it would take to travel there. With our current technology, a one-way trip to Mars takes around 9 months, according to NASA. That's 9 months to get there, and if you are planning to return, you're looking at a 21-month round trip. This includes a stay on Mars for at least 3 months, while waiting for Earth and Mars to align again for the return journey. Now let's talk about orbital mechanics, which is important in how we actually get to Mars. Space travel isn't as simple as aiming a rocket directly at Mars and firing away. Both Earth and Mars are moving in their orbits, so engineers have to calculate when to launch the spacecraft to ensure it meets Mars by the time it arrives. This is where the Hohmann Transfer comes in, a technique for traveling between planets using minimal fuel. Instead of a straight path, the spacecraft follows a curved trajectory, which uses Earth's rotation and gravity for an initial boost. After gaining speed, the spacecraft travels most of the way to Mars without using much. But here is the tricky part. The engineers they do not aim where Mars is at the launch time, but they aim for where it will be after 9 months. It's like throwing a ball to someone running. You aim ahead to where they will be, not where they are. This process takes advantage of the Sun's gravitational pull, making the journey more fuel efficient. But it also means the trip takes about 9 months. Once the spacecraft reaches Mars, it needs to slow down to either enter orbit or land, which requires precise planning and extra fuel. Orbital mechanics is like solving a giant cosmic puzzle, where every piece must fit perfectly to ensure the spacecraft arrives on time. NASA's Parker Solar Probe is the fastest spacecraft ever built. It was able to reach the speed of 364,000 miles per hour. Even at that speed, it would still take about 70 days to get to Mars, which is still quite a long trip. NASA is working on cutting down travel time with new technologies. For example, a pulsed plasma rocket (PPR) could potentially reduce the trip to just 2 months. This system works by creating powerful pulses of thrust using superheated plasma. Although it is still in development, it could revolutionize space travel, with the potential to carry humans to Mars faster and more safely by reducing exposure to the risk of long-term space flight, such as radiation and isolation. This plasma rocket is designed to propel spacecraft at 100,000 miles per hour, and it could carry 4 to 6 passengers. While it is still about 20 years away from being ready, the PPR holds the potential to not only get us to Mars faster but also allow exploration of more distant planets of our solar system, like Pluto. Timing is everything when planning a mission to Mars, because Earth and Mars they only align in such a way that a mission can efficiently reach Mars about once every 26 months. You miss a window and you will be waiting for another 2 years for another chance. So this adds complexity to mission planning, as engineers they must calculate the exact moment to launch so the spacecraft reaches Mars right on schedule. Entering the Mars orbit or landing on its surface is even trickier. If a mission is aiming to do more than just fly by Mars, the spacecraft has to slow down significantly to avoid overshooting its target. This requires additional fuel and precision maneuvers, adding to the complexity of the mission. NASA's new Space Launch System (SLS) is being designed to take astronauts to Mars, and it is expected to be faster than any spacecraft we have built before. But there is even more exciting research being done, like photon propulsion. Scientists like physicist Philip Lubin, they are developing methods using powerful lasers to accelerate spacecraft to incredible speeds, potentially approaching light speed travel. While it sounds like science fiction, photon propulsion could one day reduce the journey to Mars to just 3 days. Though this technology is still in development, but it offers a glimpse into the future of space travel. One day, a weekend trip to Mars might not be as far-fetched as it seems. Right now, traveling to Mars is a 9-month journey, but with the exciting new technologies being developed, future missions could drastically shorten that time. Whether it's with the pulsed plasma rocket or photon propulsion, humanity's journey to the red planet is getting closer to becoming a reality. Imagine Mars as a weekend gateway destination. So are you excited about the possibilities? Share your thoughts in the comment section below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more space content.